Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for another one of my videos, looking through the vinyl records on in my collection that are on the shelf. We're just at this end section here, and we just finished off the last one with The River by Bruce Springsteen, so we'll just crack on and see if we can get to the end of these. So the next up is the final cut from Floyd. So I think there's a little Floyd section. So yeah, original pressing came out in 1983. I haven't looked at this. Probably played it 2 or 3 times. And again, it was Roger Waters' solo album in all but name, and so you get a plain black inner, a special label, and something which is just dropped out. Is this a poster or something? Oh yeah. So it comes with a lovely poster. So I'm not sure I've ever even looked at that before, but yeah, it's got some nice moments on it, a bit like a Roger Waters' solo album for me. Really effective, emotional music, but mixed in with too much polemic really, and preachy. So it always seemed like a sort of outtake from the Wall sessions, but I suppose it just about made it worth having as an album. So there you go. Alright, totally unprotected. My copy of Wish You Were Here. Again, should be the original pressing. This is UK A4. A4B10. So that's an interesting combination. But anyway, that hasn't got any of the inners with it, I don't think. Oh, it has got the postcard. So I think that's all you got with this album, but obviously the original black shrink wrap that it came in was discarded and never kept. But that should really be in a plastic sleeve. Okay, here's my copy of The Wall. I'm sure this had like a sort of a sticky plastic strip at the front, but if it did, it's long gone. We all know what that's like, but just out of interest for me, I just want to see what pressing this was. B3U A2 A2U B3U. So relatively early pressing of it. So 1979 this came out. So I was sort of 17 going on 18. And I really liked it. I really liked The Wall. I wasn't a fan of the single, which was played to death, so I think everybody, even the biggest Pink Floyd fan, probably got sick and tired of Another Brick in the Wall Part 2. But yeah, I really love The Wall as an album. I like concept albums when they're done well, and felt that it was really saying something to me. Okay, Zabriskie Point. This is an original pressing from 1970. I think it's 1970. Yeah. So it's got the laminated flip over sleeve. No idea whether these are worth anything, but you'll see it's a shiny laminated front sleeve, and just a matte back. Right, so inside this I've got these didn't come with a record, but I bought this second hand donkeys years ago, and someone's put in some magazine article about the film. So must be a header page somewhere. There you go. So really nice article. It's the Daily Telegraph, February 1970. So whoever had this, put that in there. MGM label. So anyway, that's my original copy of Zabriskie Point. Oops, it's going the wrong way around. A Pink Floyd Nice Pair. This is the WR Fang version of the sleeve. So yeah, not much to say about it really. That's the one inner bag. Proper Harvest labels. Again, no numbering on the matrix. This would again have been a record fair purchase. And that's the second record. Basically Piper and Saucerful Secrets as a double album. Right, and then we've got Floyd London 66-67 picture disc. This was I think a record store day. May not have been. Yeah, I think it was. This came out in 2005. So it's not really rare material by any means. It's Interstellar Overdrive and Nick's Boogie as a 12-inch picture disc. Right, Blue Oyster Cult, Imagine Us. Love Blue Oyster Cult. This isn't one of their best albums, but it's an okay album. This was, I think, was an 80's album, wasn't it? 88. 88. So the title track. I did a track called Blue Called. I think Astronomy was a good track. But pretty much the original lineup still playing. I think by 88 a lot of these 70s bands are starting to struggle with the 80s approach to music, but I think this was okay actually. I say again, that is something I've not played for absolute donkey's years. Don't have it on CD, I don't think. So that again is one of these. It's a bit of a concept album, which I like. Concept album. So that again is one that I'd like to dig into and have another listen to at some stage. That's an album I did play a lot. Cultosaurus Erectus. Really fantastic sleeve. This was early 80s if I'm right. 1980. Yeah, so these bands were still going super strong, and they were really on form with this. Black Blade, fantastic. Lips in the Hills, fantastic. Monsters, again, it's all on a theme, but it's not a sort of story kind of thing. But yeah, I did love this album. So this came with children sitting on dinosaur footprints, and yeah, so I do remember playing that a lot. Great production I also remember on that. So yeah. Right, The Wonderful Camel, a live record, double live album, late 60s or late 70s, I mean, I think this is. Or did it go up to nude? 75, 74, 72, oh 77, yeah. So, classic double live album. 1978. So it's a 1978 release, showcasing pretty much their best stuff. There's no inserts or anything extra, I don't think, with it. So yeah, love Camel. Saw them on the Nude tour, and another one around that time, and then I've seen them a few times more recently. Still going strong. Andy Latimer playing brilliantly. Right, now I've picked out two there, so you know what's coming next. So we've got ELP Pictures, pictures as an exhibition, 72, original pressing on Manticore. Yeah, 1972, single album, no inserts I don't think. No, so I don't think it's their strongest album, to be fair. I didn't play it that often. People do rave about it, and there's great playing on it, undoubtedly, but yeah, it didn't capture my imagination. Certainly not as much as this beautiful thing did. The best ELP album and one of the best prog albums ever made, in my opinion. This is my original copy from 1973. This has got a really interesting sleeve. So those open like that to reveal the beautiful HR Gige design. And then I've just got to remind myself of where the record is. Okay, so I'm going to have to lay this flat to get the record out. Okay, so as well as the record, you get this fold out thing, which I won't fold out because it's a bit fragile. Having said which, I will. That also folds down, so it's a huge thing. So that's the inner, and the record itself has special label as befits a special record. This is a B3 B3A6. So basically I'm discovering ELP around 1977, 76, 77. So I think I would have bought this then, which is probably right for an A3B3. But yeah, beautiful thing, and the music's absolutely fantastic. Carnival 9, one of the best things I've ever heard in my life. And all the other tracks are great. I mean, there aren't any naff tracks on it. When I was in the Scouts, which I confess to having been in, we used to sit around a campfire. We would sing Benny the Bouncer, and we knew it word for word. And I could probably sing it to you now, but I'm not going to do that. But yeah. And then we've got ELP's Welcome Back My Friends to the Show That Never Ends live triple album, which is another beautiful thing and essential thing in my eyes. I haven't got all ELP's albums and certainly gave up on their later stuff, but this came out in 1974. And it includes basically most of the stuff off Brain Salad, and you've got Tarkus, and it's a lovely really elaborate sleeve. Those letters are all cut out in die cut form. They're making decent money at this stage, so they're able to afford to do that. this doesn't have oh, A1, that's A1. Just check if this is a B1. It's hard to tell, but I think that's an A1 B1. It's not critical, so I won't go through them all. So I'm not sure whether there was a book or anything else with that. Mine doesn't have anything else, but it's it's a lovely thing. It's so hard to find these in good condition because the design of them is such as that the letters get torn or damaged or bent. But that's a good one. That would again have probably been a record fair purchase, but probably going back 20 or 30 years, I think. Get that back in there. Okay, so I don't think we've missed anything out. Let me just check. Okay. Next up, Roger Waters, Is This the Life We Really Want? My main driver for buying this was that they issued it in a green vinyl version. My number is 9995, so I'd like to know that there are only 10,000 of these made, in which case mine's 5 short from the last number, but I haven't got into it at all. I played it, maybe just played the first side, not played it and listened to it at all, but it's green vinyl and that's the reason I bought it. So yeah, that's all we can say about that. Oh, we've then got Gabriel, 4th album, Gabriel 4, PG4, original pressing, classic. Absolute classic. I mean, Gabriel 3 is his strongest album in my opinion, or from the first few. But this was close on its heels, and he's definitely getting into the African vibes on this one. But he's a genius, and that for me is a genius album. I don't as often play it, certainly not all the way through as I did 2 and 3. But there you go. A copy of So, which is like a sort of a hit after hit, isn't it? So very short actually when you look at the only 4 tracks on each side. 1986 is an original pressing, but yeah, a iconic album with all the fantastic hits he had on it. Plays live, so Gabriel double live album from it's covering the period up to the 4th album, isn't it? So yeah, not a bad track to be seen. I think there are inner sleeves. God, yeah. So we've got oops. I saw him yes, I saw him on tour after the 4th album came out, so that'd be 1982, 81, 82. but I hadn't seen before that. Didn't see his early tours, which I regret. Okay, so into some Genesis stuff now. We Can't Dance, double studio album, 1991. Week, I think. A lot of filler on it. Driving the Last Bike was a decent track. No Son of Mine, Jesus He Knows Me, I Don't Like I Can't Dance. Hold On My Heart is might as well be a Phil Collins solo track. Fading Lights, I think they played live, but no, not for me. Mama, well, it's just called Genesis, isn't it? I always refer to this as Mama, but it's actually just called Genesis. So again, almost a great album. I mean, I saw multiple of their shows at the NEC, including the one with Charles and Di. So I loved the shows, but there is some stuff on here that's, shall we say, slightly dodgy. I haven't actually looked at this for ages. So you get the lyrics and the special Genesis label, and I think I remember it as a slight return to form, in as much as I detested Abacab. So am I right in thinking that was the one that came after Abacab in '83? This is definitely '83. So it's still a little bit too much sort of pop influence for me, but we've got a okay, so this is the Back to Black picture disc of Selling England. Right, I've never even had that out of its sleeve because the sticker's not broken. So I bought that and put it onto the shelf. It's just nice to see a picture disc of the album. When did that come out? 2013. Yeah, I'm sure it came out in multiple copies, not a limited thing. Okay, so we've then got Invisible Touch, not a fan. 86, so I suppose for me Domino and the Brazilian, and the rest of it is utterly horrid. Okay, so we've then got Animals, my original copy of Animals by Floyd from 1977. It's just brilliant album. I think it's still my favourite Floyd album. Played it. Got it on CD, played it, and never bore of it, never tire of it. Best test of music if it stands repeated playing, and never gets old-fashioned, never feels like it was from another time. It's as listenable now as it ever was when I first listened to it, when I first got it. So they made some great albums with Floyd, but that to me is the best. Okay, so another Rainbow album. These are terribly mixed up, but this is called Final Vinyl. It came out in about 84, 85, 86. So it's a double live album released in 86, and it's basically Rainbow live tracks from 81, 82, 78 as well, up to 84. So it's basically classic Rainbow, early 80s classic Rainbow, just before they all kind of split up, and Airy and Blackmore reformed Deep Purple, and the rest is history, as they say. But obviously Rainbow did come back in other forms. I'm putting these back in the wrong order all the time. Okay, 3 sides live. So another 80s live double album. This was originally intended to have 3 sides live, and then the 4th side was going to be studio tracks that hadn't been released before. I think there was a 3x3 EP or something. The UK pressing, they decided to just go for 4 live sides, and thank God they did, because the 4th side is, if I can find the track listing, there's One for the Vine, Fountain of Salmacis, and It and Watcher of the Skies, from 1980 and 1976. So I think we were much happier having that. So with that, it's an okay album, but because it includes Misunderstanding, it almost, for me, deserves to go in the bin, because I can't stand that track, and I hate the thought I've got anything that's got that track on it. But it has got some other good material, to be honest, from the period. So as I say, I think it's the foreign, the American and European pressings just gave you the 3 sides, and the 4th side is a studio. A strange idea, really. Okay, then there were 3. I quite like this album when it came out in 1978. Going very much towards the pop end of things. So whilst Wind and Wuthering was a majestic, classic, beautiful album, this is more of a sort of series of pop songs. But I liked it for its mood, its production, but it's never going to be looked at as anything other than an okay album. But always reminds me of winter, because they all seem to be wearing thick jumpers on the promo shots for it. I think what we'll do is we've still got a few to go through, so I think we'll end it there for this one, rather than make it too long, and hope to see you for the next one, and then we'll finish off this section, and then we'll start down there. So it does get more and more interesting. I'm hoping it will anyway as we go along, but thanks for sticking with me, and see you next time.